Only a decade or two ago, the Western elites warned, "We're overpopulated, stop having children." But today, the same people say, "We're not having enough kids, we need mass immigration." Why the sudden shift? I'll be generous and assume their overpopulation fear was genuine, even if their theory was nonsense. After all, these are among the most compassionate, trustworthy people alive. So when crisis loomed, they acted decisively. In their time, the West had just exited the largest baby boom in history. Growth slowing, but still positive. The bigger issue? Developing nations. These nations have incredibly high birth rates, which were once balanced by high mortality, until Western technology and trillions of dollars in aid slashed deaths while births stayed elevated. Unprecedented population surges followed. How long would it take for these societies to adjust their new reality and lower the birth rates naturally? In the minds of the Western elite, the same that provided them with the technology and endless foreign aid, the answer was too long. Overpopulation, according to their theories, followed by malfusion collapse would occur, unless we made space for them. The solution was straightforward. We would make space. Enough space for enough time, so that either birth rates normalized or carrying capacity increased. But how? First, amplify fear. Imminent overpopulation catastrophe, unless families shrink. It worked so well, even China adopted a disastrous one-child policy. Then, they came up with incentives against family formation. They distracted men with hookup culture. They bribed women with the promise of their own careers and, quote, liberation to deter motherhood. They gained the support from businesses with the allure of cheap labor as the supply doubled. They gained the allegiance of the older generations by artificially driving up housing prices, enriching them, while simultaneously making one of the necessities for a family unacquirable for the youth. The result? Birth rates plunged below replacement, a resounding success. In the 1950s, European descendants made up 25 to 30% of the world population. Now they make up, by some estimates, just 8 to 10%, and are rapidly diminishing with every generation. Simultaneously, the space that was made to be occupied. So, mass immigration began. Again, they secured the support of businesses with the allure of cheap labor, the willingness of migrants with the allure of welfare, and even the support of their own population with the promises of redemption for our alleged historical crimes and guilt taught to us in school. Some delude themselves into thinking this is nothing more than conjecture. Clearly, they haven't gotten the memo. Those who pushed this disaster no longer deny it like they used to. Instead, they argue it's actually a good thing. Besides, the numbers speak for themselves. In not much time, there will no longer be European-majority Western nations. Other peoples have their own homelands, but we will not. Our population centers will be taken, our homes redistributed, and our culture made a footnote and marginalized. But that is a sacrifice the Western elite are willing to force you to make.